Good morning, students. Now today we will see. So whatever I have given that homework exercise, mental maths, right? So I have given that one that I will explain today. Okay, some more word problems, and we will see properties of addition of integers. Okay, already we have learned properties of addition of whole numbers. Okay, properties of subtraction of whole numbers, properties of multiplication of whole numbers. So all these things we have seen in whole numbers. Okay, now we will see in integers. Okay, the properties of addition of integers, properties of subtraction of integers, that we will see in this class. Okay, you see, first I am going to explain these properties of addition of integers. See, first property, as usual we learned whole numbers, closure property, commutative property, associative property, and this existence of additive identity, existence of additive inverse. All this we have seen in whole numbers. Now we will apply for integers. Okay, so integers means negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So whole numbers means 0 and positive numbers. Whereas it comes to integers, negative numbers also will be added to whole numbers. Okay, see, closure property. So if you take any two integers, the sum of that two integers will become an integer. Okay. So sum of two integers is always an integer. Suppose, for example, I am writing with alphabets. See this one. For A and B, I am taking A and B. So I am adding A plus B. So the result of this one is also an integer. Okay, is also integer. Okay, check this one with examples. Integers means so minus numbers, plus numbers, and 0. So I am taking examples as 3 plus 2. First, both I am taking plus numbers. What you get here? 5. 5 plus 5 is also there in positive. This is a positive numbers. Positive numbers are there in integers. Now I am taking minus 3 plus 2. See this one, minus 3 plus 2. How much here? Minus 1. Minus 1, that is a negative number. Negative numbers are there in integers. Now see, minus 3 plus 3, 0. 0 is also an integer. Okay. So like that, any integer you take, if you add them, sum of any two integers is also an integer. So positive number is also integer, negative numbers also integers, and this 0 is there in negative integer numbers. Okay. See, commutative property. For all integers A and B. So for all integers A and B, A plus B is equal to B plus A. See this with examples. If you add them directly, or otherwise if you change them, if you change their places, and again if you do the sum, that time also you will get same result. See with examples. Now see, 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5. How much here? 9. Again, so just I am writing B plus A. 5 plus 4. Again you get 9. So what you can write? 4 plus 5 equal to 5 plus 4. Okay. So 4 plus 5 equal to 5 plus 4. If you add directly, or otherwise if you change the places, after that you can add the, if you add those numbers, that time also you will get same result. That is also integer. Now see, I am checking this one with minus 1. Minus negative numbers, plus 4. How much here? Minus 5 plus 4, minus 1. Minus 1. Now just I am changing their places. 4 minus 5. How much? That time also minus 1. So both are minus 5 plus 4 is equal to 4 minus 5. That is equal to minus 1. So in this time also this is satisfied. A plus B equal to B plus C. And again we are getting integer only. Understood? Like that we have to do. See with minus 3 both I am taking here negative numbers. Minus 4, minus 5 and minus 4. How much here? Minus 9. Okay, both signs are, if we have both negative signs or plus signs, you will take the same sign. After that we add the numbers. Now I am exchanging this one. Minus 4, minus 5. That time also you will get minus 9 only. So what we can write here? Minus 5 minus 4 is equal to minus 4 minus 5. So according to our description, A plus B equal to B plus C. That time also you are getting integer only. So commutative property is also possible. That is also satisfied. Now see associative law. Always associative law means what we can take. How many numbers we can take? 3 numbers. If you take any 3 integers A, B, C, A plus B plus C, see this one. So for all integers, A, B, C. So we have, see here we have A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay. We will check this one with example. See, I am taking 1, 2, 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. What happens here? Add 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3. So 6. Now see 1 plus 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Okay. So 6 is also an integer. Now see with negative numbers. So I am taking minus 1 plus 2 plus 3. First I am adding the first 2 numbers here. After that minus 1 as it is and 2 plus 3. So minus 1 plus 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 plus 3. Now see minus 1 as it is, this one plus 5. Now here we are getting here plus 4. Here also the bigger number sign is plus. 5 minus 1, 4. Now 4 equal to 4. That time also you are getting integer only. Okay. So both are equal. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay. Now if you want to check with other minus sign, you can do this one. Plus of minus 2 I am writing here. So plus of minus 2. Okay, I am taking 2 minus numbers. What happens here? See this, right? Minus 1 plus into minus, minus. Minus 2 plus 3. Here equal to minus 1 plus of minus 2 plus 3. How much? Minus 2 plus 3 plus 1. Now see minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 and minus 1 plus 1. So same numbers with opposite signs. So you get 0. 0 equal to 0. This is also an integer. Okay. So in all the cases you are getting integer only. Okay. Now see. Clear? See the next one. Existence of additive identity. What is additive identity means? So if you add 0 to any number, you will get that number only. Here we are talking about integers. So I am taking any integer you can take. See, for all integers. Okay, for all integers. So additive identity means like that. See, I will explain with example first. So a plus 0 equal to 0 plus a equal to a. So in place of a, you can take any integer here. So first I am taking positive number. 2 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 2. That time also you are getting 2. Minus 4 plus 0. 0 minus 4. That time also you are getting the number only, that is with minus sign, minus 4. Okay. So in both the cases you are getting integer only. So either that may be positive number or negative number. You are getting integer only. Okay. So from this what we can say, 0 is our additive identity. Okay. 0 is additive identity. Existence of, next one, existence of additive inverse. Okay. So for any number, for any integer plus a, there exists an integer minus a. Okay. For any integer plus a. Okay. So there exists, in place of this one we can write this symbol. There exists minus a. Okay. We know this one. If you observe this number line, so for all the positive numbers, we will get negative numbers. Right. Every positive number will have the same number with a negative sign. So that is only they are saying, for any integer plus a, there exists minus a. That is, minus a is our additive inverse. Minus a is additive inverse. Okay. So clearly we can call minus a as or additive inverse. So both will be each other. Minus a, for this minus a, additive inverse will be plus a. For this plus a, additive integer will become minus a. Okay. See, 5. So if we take plus 5, additive integer for this one. Additive integer is minus 5. Okay. If you take minus 5, so additive integer will become plus 5. Okay. Okay. Understood? Additive integer will become plus 5. So both will be called as one will plus a. Additive integer of plus a will be minus a. Additive integer of minus a is plus a. Okay. So plus a and minus a are called the additive integer of each other. Okay. So these are our properties related to addition of integers. Okay. First one, closure property, commutative property, associative law, and existence of additive identity, existence of additive inverse. Okay. Now we will see the properties of subtraction of integers. Okay. So for this exam, these properties are applicable for subtraction. So that we will see. So here also with negative sign we will check and discuss these properties. Yes. See this closure property. What we have learned, what is closure property? For any two integers, a plus b, the sum of two integers will be an integer. So we are talking about here subtraction. Okay, here I am talking about subtraction. See. So a minus b for e, b. A minus b is also an integer. See this one, I am taking 5, 3. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So this is also an integer. Now see, minus 2, minus 3. See this one, minus 5. This is also an integer. So minus 4, minus of minus 3. So minus 4. Actually we are taking here subtraction. So again, I am taking here negative number. So this will become plus. You are getting here minus 1. So this is also an integer. So what we have learned from this, for any, if you add any two, if you subtract any two integers, you will get integer only. So that we have learned here. Now see commutative property. So for all a and b, a plus b equal to b plus a. So we are talking about subtraction. So minus a minus b equal to b minus a. Check this one. See, I am taking 7 and 2. 7 minus 2 equal to 2 minus. Yes, 2 minus 7. 7 minus 2, how much? 5. Here 2 minus 1. If you want to take minus as common, this will become minus. This will become plus. Now see 7 minus 2 is 5. So you will get here plus 5. We are getting here minus 5. 7 minus 2, 2 minus 7. So both are not equal here. See, we will see another example. 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3. So 3 minus 5. Okay. So 5 minus 2. 5 minus 3. 3 minus 5. 5 minus 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is minus 2. So commutative property is in both the cases you are getting integer only, but with negative sign we are getting. So this is not equal to. So our result is commutative property is not possible here. Understood this one? So after that I am writing why, because first we have to understand with examples. Okay. So we have done as usual, but we are getting the same result with negative sign. That means plus 5 is not equal to minus 5. So this is not possible. A minus b is not equal to b minus a. Now see associative law for all integers. So we are talking subtraction. So minus a minus b minus c. So if you observe here, a minus b equal to b minus a not possible. With two numbers not possible means with three numbers also not possible. So this is also not equal to. If you want to check this one, check this in your free time. Okay. A minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. Okay. Now see existence of additive identity. Existence of additive identity. Subtraction we are talking, right? So see with example. So a minus 0 equal to 0 minus a. What you have to get here? A only. So that number only. That means you get here a only. So a minus 0, 0 minus a, you get here minus a. Okay. Now see existence of additive inverse for any integer plus a. There exists minus a. Okay, there exists minus a. So minus a, if we have minus a, so additive inverse means applying here. See, minus applying here, it will become plus a. So what we have learned, the additive inverse of minus a is plus a. Minus a, additive inverse is plus a. So additive inverse of minus a is plus a. Okay, understood? All these properties clear? For any integer a minus 0 equal to a and 0 minus a equal to minus a. Okay. So in this case also we are not getting same thing. Okay, a minus 0. We already learned here. Commutative property not satisfied means for this also not satisfied. A minus 0 equal to 0 minus a equal to same minus a not possible here. So a minus 0 will get a. and here you get minus a. Okay, understood these properties? So clearly study all these properties and understand this one. Okay, in the next class we will see okay students, now we will see our homework problems which I have given to you, that exercise on mental maths. Okay, see this one, filling the blanks. First one, minus 36 plus 8. See, minus 36 plus 8. What we have to do? We have to add 8 to minus 36. So first what we have learned, take minus as common. After that write 36, and after that here I have taken minus common, so this sign will become minus, plus will become minus here. So 8 as it is. Now 36 minus 8, you get here 26. What is the sign here in front of this bracket here? Minus. So minus 26. Your answer is minus. So this is 28 minus 28. Okay, your answer is minus 28. See next one, minus 36 minus 8. Here both numbers we have in negative sign. We have with negative sign. Okay, so we can easily take minus as common. Okay, see this will become plus 36. 8 will also will become plus. Sign will be plus. Plus 8. 36 plus 8. How much here? So 44. What is the sign here in front of this bracket? So minus we have taken as common. So here minus 44. Your answer is minus 44. Okay. Given numbers. See this one, first one minus 46, as it is I am writing here. Now I am applying minus. Minus into minus, plus. Plus 6. Now see, again as usual take minus as common. So this minus I have taken here common. So this will become plus 46. Now this plus will become minus. Now what? See, minus of 46 minus 6, 40. Now remove this brackets, apply this sign here, minus 40. So your answer is here minus 40. Okay. Now see next one, 53 minus of minus 10. What they have given here? First understand the problem first. Minus of minus 10. Now remove these brackets first, apply this minus sign. Minus into minus, plus 10. Now 53 plus 10, 63. 63. Here before this plus and this is also plus. So here we have plus. Plus need not to mention here. If number is negative number, then only you have to mention clearly this minus. Otherwise no need to mention plus. And now see the fifth one. 0 minus of, within the brackets, minus 13. Here also same like this. 0 minus, minus into minus, plus. Removing the brackets, applying the sign. This will become 0 plus 13. Anything, for any number, if you add 0 or subtract 0, you will get that number only. So you will get here, what will you get here? 13. So your answer is here 13. Okay. And the next, see the last one, sixth one. 9 plus 1 minus 61. See, 9 plus 1 minus 61. Now, what will you do here? Always keep positive numbers one side, negative numbers one side. Here already we have, here first two numbers are positive numbers. Here we have only one negative number. Now see, first add these plus terms. 9 plus 1, how much? 10. Minus 61 as it is. Okay. Now what will you do here? Here also as usual take minus common. So just I am, now see, just shifting these numbers here. Minus 61 plus 10. Now what will you get here? See, minus I am taking as usual our problems. Minus I am taking common here. 61. So this will become plus. and this plus 10 will become minus 10. Now what you get here? Minus of 61 minus 10, 51. Now again apply this minus and removing these brackets, you will get minus 51. Okay. So your answer is here minus 51. Okay. So nothing is there. Just remember, bigger number sign will come in your answer. And after that you have to subtract the given numbers. After that you have to mention the sign. Whatever bigger number has sign is there, na, that sign you have to give in the answer. Okay. Like that. Okay. See. Now true or false. 0 is a positive integer. What is that, true or false? Is it true or false? 0 is a positive integer they have given. But what we have learned? 0 is neither positive nor negative. So both it is not a positive or not negative number. So this is false. 0 is positive numbers. That is false. 0 is not positive, not negative number. Next one, see. 10 degrees below freezing point. Below represents minus here. Okay. Freezing point 10 degrees centigrade. That is below. Below means it represents minus. Above means represents plus. Positive numbers. Okay. So here clearly they have given below. So we can represent this as minus 10 degrees centigrade. So this is true. Minus 10 degrees centigrade freezing point. If you write like this, or if you write 10 degrees below freezing point like this, both are same. Okay. 10 degrees below freezing point is equal to minus 10 degrees. Okay. Simply by writing all these things below freezing, like all these things, simply by writing all these things, instead of this one we can write simply minus 10 degrees centigrade. Okay. See the next one, minus of minus 15 equal to 15. So simple thing, minus applied here, minus into minus, plus removing the brackets, applying the sign, minus into minus will become plus 15. So this is true. Okay. And see fourth one, predecessor of minus 9 is minus 10. Predecessor of minus 9. See here, predecessor of minus 9. Predecessor means always going back 1. That is, we have to subtract 1. So in these two, minus I am taking common. So this minus 9 will become plus. This minus 1 will become plus 1. Now see, minus of 10. Now again apply minus, you will get minus 10. So minus 10, here what they have given here, predecessor of minus 9 is minus 10, right? So your answer is right. So true. Now see, on subtracting minus 40 from 40, okay, we get 80. Subtracting minus, clearly observe here, we have to subtract this one from the second number. First number we have to subtract from second one. So we have to write the second number first. See here, we have to write second number first. What is second number here? From 40. So I am writing 40. What we have to do? We have to subtract. So minus. Which one we have to subtract here? The first number. What is that one? Minus 40. So within the brackets I am specifying this one. What you get here? We get 80. Now see whether it is we are getting 80 or not, that we will see here. See. So 40. So apply this minus and removing this brackets. Minus into minus, plus 40. Now how much here? 40 plus 40, 80. So this is your answer here. We get 40, right? Right only. So we can write this is also true. Okay. This is also true. Now see, sixth one, successor of minus 1 is 0. What is the meaning of successor? Successor means adding plus 1. The next number, immediate next number. For which one here? Minus 1. Minus 1. What we have to do? Successor means you have to add plus 1. So plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1. The same number with the opposite signs will always be 0. So this is 0. What they have given here, successor of minus 1 is 0. So this is also true. Okay. See, minus 15 plus 10 equal to minus 5. This one here, mod of minus 15. Mod, absolute value of minus 15. What is here? Absolute value of any number means that number only, but with a positive sign. That means if they have given in minus sign, here see minus 15 they have given. So absolute value of minus 15 will become 15. Only the positive integer. Okay, irrespective of the sign, removing this mod symbol, irrespective of the sign, we can write simply 15. Okay, plus 15. Always you will get plus terms only. Absolute value of any number is a positive only. You will get positive number only. So, next number 10. 15 plus 10 equal to 25. So, this is false. Okay, here they have given minus 5. But our answer is 25. Okay, this is right. So, this is your, so here if what they have given answer is that is minus 5 is false. Okay, so correct all these problems. Okay, note down. Okay, see word problems, remaining word problems in your exercise 3B. Okay, see what should be added to 15 to get minus 15. So something we have to add to 15. What we are getting here? Result is minus 15. So this question mark. We don't know this number. What we have to do? Simply we will send this known number. We know this number, right? So we will send this one to the other side of this equation here. So that we can find out this unknown number. See, we don't know this number. So but we know one number we know. So this question mark here I am putting here as it is. I am writing this here. See. Minus 15 also as it is. Now what I am doing is I am sending this plus 15 to the other side of this equation. What happens? This will become minus. So minus 15. How much here? See, take minus as common. 15 plus 15. How much here? Minus 30. So the other number is how much we should add? We should add minus 30. Okay, we should add minus 30. Otherwise, write here only. Here I am taking minus as common. 15 plus 15. What you get here? My 30. And again applying minus here, minus 30. So we have to add minus 30. So we have to add minus 30 to 15 to get minus 15. Okay, to get minus 15. Okay. So, okay, like that you have to do. Okay. See the next one. What should be subtracted from minus 3 to get 18? So we don't know what we have to subtract here. From which number we are subtracting here? Minus 3. That number I am writing minus 3. From minus 3 we have to subtract some number to get 18. Okay. What should be subtracted from minus 3? From minus 3 we are subtracting one number to get 18. See this one. So this one I am placing here this one. Okay. Or otherwise see this one. This minus sign I am sending other side. So here minus 3 I am writing as it is. I am sending this plus 18 to this equal to side. So it will become minus 18. Now this question mark I am sending here. So this minus will become plus here. Now see what happens. Minus I am taking common here. 3 plus 18. So this, so how much here? 18 plus 3, 21. So minus of 21. Okay. So what you get here? The unknown number is applying again minus, removing these brackets, you will get here minus 21. what we have to do here? What we have to do here? We have to subtract the number. What should be subtracted? The number which we have to subtract is minus 21. Okay. So we have to subtract. We have to subtract minus 21. Okay. Minus 21 from minus 3 to get 18. To get 18. Last line we have to write like that. Okay. Understood? See the next one. The sum of two integers. The sum of two integers is minus 23. If one of them is 12, find the other. So first understand the problem and first write down whatever they have given in the problem. What they have given here, sum of two integers given. Write down that one first. Sum of two integers. Sum of two integers equal to minus 3. If one of them is 12, one of them equal to 12. So other number, other integer, we don't know. But we know the sum of these two is minus 23. What we have known here? 12. The one number we know. The other number we don't know. But the sum is equal to minus 23. Now see, as usual, I am placing question mark here and I am sending this plus 12 to the other side of this equation. This will become minus 12. Okay, here minus 23 as it is I am writing, and again I am taking this 12 to that side. Okay, this will become minus 12. Now see, take minus as common here. Now this will become plus 23. This is also will become plus. So 12. Okay, see. Last line. Here the unknown number question mark. Okay. So minus of 23 plus 12. How much here? 35. So applying again minus 35. So other integer. So other integer is equal to minus 35. If you want to check this one, you can check this one. See, sum of two integers. One is 12, and what we have calculated here, the other integer is minus 35. So 12 plus the other one is minus 35. By doing this one, we have to get minus 23. Now again see this one, check this one. So minus 35 plus 12 equal to minus 23. Okay, as usual, take minus common. 35 minus 12. How much here? Minus of 35 minus 12, 3. And this is 2, 23. So what we have to? This is only. Okay, your answer is right. Your process is right. Like that, you have to solve. Is that clear? Note down these problems. Uh, 4-9, that is on Friday. You will have test in number system and whole numbers. Okay, both will give, I will give you for 10 marks. Okay, you have to write this exam. Okay, in the next class I will explain you fourth chapter, that is fractions. Okay, so this is okay. Thank you. Prepare well for this exam. Okay, in the next class we will see fractions. Our new chapter. I will start this one, fractions. Okay.